Owens. They didn't play in this regular season. Will Stone kicks off. And Brennan Presley's going to try to return it. And went down just shy. They were the team hoping to get into the college football playoff with a win and came up literally inches short. Bowman on first down. Content just to fire it away. His first year at Oklahoma State. 23 years old, started out at Texas Tech, 3 years there. The last 2 at Michigan, where he was a backup. Throws it over the middle, incomplete. The coordinator done a tremendous job. Bowman launching one deep, single coverage for Rashad Owens, and it's incomplete. The Cowboy sideline wanted a flag against Terrence Brooks, and they're not going to get it, and Mike Gundy is livid early with the side judge, Fulton Carson.
And understandable, too. It's a well-thrown ball by Bowman. Brooks looks back initially and then looks as if he doesn't play the ball as it approaches the wide receiver. I think that could have very easily been called pass interference, and Mike Gundy letting the official have it. Clearly disagreed with the call.
Interference. Here's Hudson Cock, a freshman. And he just did get it off. Both of these teams are good at blocking kicks. There's interference on the catch. Pass interference, not called.
Catch interference. Kicking team. It's a 15-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. First down, Texas.
Worthy's an elite return man. Texas tried to go after it, and clearly contact made.
Still the conference. And they set up a screen. C.J. Baxter, the true freshman running back, weaves his way down near the 20.
Call from Steve Sarkisian, a little misdirection screen. First play of the game, the defense is going to pin their ears back, very aggressive. They're coming after it. Quinn Ewers buys just enough time to find Baxter on the screen for a nice opening gain.
17 yards. Baxter, the leading running back now, with Jonathan Brooks out due to injury. Keelan Robinson.
As it filled in so beautifully these last couple weeks.
Like most of the top teams, they have a lot of depth and talent. C.J. Baxter, a lot of running room. He's out of bounds.
And a great block on the edge, too, by the 2 tight ends. Gunnar Helm, number 85, and number 0, J.T. Sanders. Basically capturing the outside shoulder and allowing Baxter to the edge.
Ewers throws it. Man open in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas. Adonai Mitchell.
Great misdirection here from Steve Sarkisian. Fakes the pitch. Boots Ewers out. He gives a quick pump fake to the flat. And Adonai Mitchell creating great separation in the back end against Corey Black as the Dr. Pepper pylon cam. It's a great shot.
Well, Mitchell has a knack for coming up big in big games. He did it at Georgia, and he's done it at Texas. It is back, and Texas leads this one with an early touchdown. Neither one of these kickers has a big leg in terms of touchbacks. They faked the reverse on the kickoff return, and it's Presley across the 25. And they threw 3 passes, all of them incomplete by Alan Bowman. So he gets the call for the first time and gets stopped at. He was part of a 3-man rotation with Jaden Nixon and Elijah Collins at the start of the year. He gets some running room and gets chopped down just beyond the first down marker. That last week in the rousing come from behind win against BYU. He's also an excellent receiver. That's his 34th catch of the year. He's had 4 carries all year. He's a freshman, number 20, and he has the catch. His first reception of the year. To pull off the upset today. They're already a 2-touchdown underdog. Leon Johnson, the motion man, on 3rd and 6. Quick pass broken up. Intended for Brennan Presley. Malik Muhammad, the freshman who's been getting better every week.
Great coverage here from Muhammad. Presley's the go-to guy on 3rd down. Muhammad recognizes the slant initially, a little contact at the top, but no problem whatsoever. Plays through the smaller Presley and breaks it up. That's well defended by the freshman.
And a very dangerous return man, Xavier Worthy, back deep. And he makes a fair catch. He threw for 37 yards, and the touchdown is 18th of the year. Against a three-man rush, and he lobs it out to Xavier Worthy. He may go, and they trip him up from behind.
They get a bit of a rub by Cutter Helm as he gets a piece of Xavier Benson, who's trying to be in coverage there in the flat. Worthy turns the corner and makes a big play, and a shoestring tackle there at the end by Nicholas Martin, the leading tackler.
Down a speedy receiver. Worthy came out of the game a couple of times last week against Texas Tech with a lower body injury, but didn't seem hampered at all. Goal here 2 years ago in the title game against Baylor. Ewers out wide for a short gain. 3-3-5 defense. Here's some trickery. It's a flea flicker, and it works to perfection. Jatavion Sanders wide open for the touchdown.
And Jatavion Sanders over here, he's just going to lately get out on a little wheel route after all the misdirection. Hand it off, and they fake the reverse, pitch it back to Ewers. Keeps his eyes downfield. Does a great job at protection, holding on forever, and Sanders is wide open en route to a touchdown.
His second of the season. One of the best tight ends in the country, one of the best tight ends in Texas history. 6 for 6.
And this is a very aggressive Oklahoma State defense. The linebackers are outstanding, and so far Steve Sarkisian saying we got to get these guys running sideline to sideline. They've gone with some misdirection, they've gone with some bootlegs, they've worked the edges of the defense, and then they come in with a trick play off the flea flicker for a wide open score. It's among the best play callers in the country.
Don't think anybody would argue with that. Stone's kickoff is a touchback. They tied him. They were down by 18 at the half last week against BYU. Came back to win. Gordon scored 5 touchdowns. Bowman launching one deep for Presley. And here comes a couple of flags. And if those didn't fly, and Shade Barron had the coverage.
Number 23.
And this was well thrown by Bowman, too. Just slightly underthrown, but it's impossible for a defensive back to stop an underthrown deep ball. Receivers trying to come back and get it. Barron contacts the receiver as he's trying to reel back, and it's an easy call for the official.
The great sports information staff at Texas. Here's Gordon. Ahead for about 6. So he became shot. I know you listen to a lot of Sade. She's outstanding. Ball thrown up for grabs. And a leaping catch made by Rashad Owens, who took it away.
And a little hitch and go by Owens. And how about the catch? Guy that played receiver, switched to tight end, gained 240 pounds, and then lost it all. And it's terrific in the air.
Quick to Presley. Case Dailahi on the field with Gordon, and Gordon hit at the line of scrimmage. Have to think 4-down territory for Oklahoma State. That's backward to Dailahi. And
this is a great design. Texas has been selling out against Ollie Gordon. You fake it to him, and it basically becomes triple option.
Gordon, they're not in the pistol here. It's a quick pitch out wide. And he's gang tackled after a gain of 1. Nothing Texas, but Oklahoma State's at the 5-yard line. Bowman up for grabs. A lot of contact. And an incomplete pass. Muhammad, so they went right after him.
And doing so with Leon Johnson, who at 6'5" has really emerged as a threat in the red zone.
Cowboy fans starting to get a little annoyed with the contact being allowed on the perimeter. They don't mind that one. Brennan Presley.
He recognizes that these two defenders, they're too far inside and they're communicating. So he just knows that he can work that little zone right there immediately. Gets it out so quick. And Presley's on the receiving end, taking advantage of Texas still trying to get lined up to catch for the touchdown.
Logan Ward on for the extra point. Not their usual kicker, Alex Hale. Today here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Ward kicks off. It's short and returnable for Keelan Robinson. who brought one back for a touchdown to open the second half last week. 8 plays, 123 yards for the Longhorn offense. Jade in blue. 5 minutes to go, first quarter. Third possession for Texas. They've scored with ease on the first 2 drives. And they're going to keep doing that if men are wide open like Keelan Robinson. Mirroring with some wrinkles what's been done at Iowa State and TCU in this conference. Out of the 3-3-5, here's blue again. They continue to get yardage in big chunks.
And a great kick out here by the left guard, Hayden Connor. He goes and gets a piece of Colin Oliver, who's coming off the edge, gets just enough of him and blues out the gate.
Jordan Whittington, nifty run, and then he slipped and is missing his 3rd straight game. Ewers checks it down for blue. And a late hit out of bounds. From here, it looked like it was out of bounds.
It certainly did. It looked like he's on the white right there as the contact's initiated. It feels like he was out before that hit was delivered. So
in Bedlam against Oklahoma, 3 tackles for loss, forced a fumble, recovered one, was the conference defensive player of the week. Ewers 9 out of 9. Pressured for one of the few times and gets it off to Worthy. What looked like it might be a loss turns out to be about a 10-yard gain.
And this is a great job by Xavier Worthy too. He doesn't know if he should block because Ewers might take off. Instead, he just holds up half second, gives him the right shoulder, and Ewers delivers an accurate throw.
Went for 9 yards. Here's blue. Skip. That is second to last in the conference, ahead of only Houston. But as Brian Nardo said, they've made big plays when they've had to. They were 30 Colin Oliver, who's been a defensive end and a linebacker, to the end zone. And a flag thrown. Whittington.
Pass interference, number 11, defense. That foul occurred in the end zone. The ball will be placed in the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Tough situation here for Dylan Smith. He's head up, inside leverage against Whittington, who's such a big body receiver at 205 pounds, but plays much stronger than that. And you can see the left arm clearly draped around the waist of Whittington. That's a good call by the official.
Byron Murphy came in as a blocker, and it's a touchdown. Thrown to Tavondre Sweat. Both star defensive tackles were on the field for Texas. And Sweat the catch for a 20-7 lead.
Big fella. Let him eat at 362 pounds. A little goal line work. Spider 2-eye banana. And he reels it in and give it a Heisman. And they have hit Murphy in the flat multiple times this year. This time they put the big fella Sweat in there. He runs the corner. I would like the route to be sold maybe just a little bit more. Not great at the top of the route to create the separation, but it was unnecessary. 360 pounds reeling it in. Soft hands and a little.
He had a touchdown catch earlier in the year against Wyoming. Auburn the extra point. Will Stone the kickoff. No chance for return to the college football playoffs should the Noles lose tonight. Ollie Gordon
Goes into the belly of Gordon. They're coming up quickly.
Alan Bowman on a design roll has Presley, who has a first down.
It's with 109. Very effective against Houston as well.
After the fake to Gordon, the quick slant.
Barron, he's got to win that matchup.
They go with tempo. They throw a deep ball, and it's too long for an open Jaden Bray. He got behind the defense.
And this is a throw you just have to make. The safety inside is keyed on Presley, who's running a post. You get another post over the top, and Bray just can't track it down as Bowman is so upset with himself, knowing that those opportunities are few and far between. And
corner for Texas is not even dressed. He aggravated a back injury last week against Texas Tech. 3rd and 10, final minute of the quarter. Bowman close to the line of scrimmage. Found a man for a first down. Had 10 career catches, but a couple of them were incredibly important.
Can't imagine what that would mean.
And he rescued a bad throw by our buddy Todd Blackledge for the winning touchdown. By Todd's own admission.
Coach, what do you need to do to convert on this third down?
Well, we need to continue to block well up front, and it looks like to me that we're doing a good job of staying balanced on offense, and keeping them off balance with run pass. That helps us more than anything.
Why'd you go with Logan Ward over Alex Hale?
Well, Logan gets a little bit more elevation on the ball on the PATs, so we want to give him a shot.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Yeah.
Well, here is that 3rd down and 4, probably 4 down territory. Bowman just throws it up for grabs, and it is intercepted. He threw it into triple coverage.
And just a bad decision here from Bowman. Crawford is retreating. They're trying very hard to get that post over the top. It's great initial pressure by David Benda, who forces Bowman to kind of throw off his back foot. Throw is short, and Crawford's able to make a heck of a play.
Question for some, did this hit the ground? Did he have possession? They're going to let it keep going. I'm surprised they're not stopping it to take a deeper look in the replay booth. C.J. Baxter. Let's bring in Matt Austin on that last play. Matt, what'd you think?
Yeah, Sean, from the first couple replays I saw, I thought it was a good interception, but that last one looked like the ball definitely touched the ground, and then as he rolled over, it looked like it was still moving pretty good in his hands. So I'm surprised they didn't take a look at this also.
Yeah, does he have firm control all the way through?
Twisting around there. Sanders spins away, has a first down. Matt Austin. Yeah, that's perplexing. At least stop it, even if they wind up upholding the call on the field. It certainly wasn't obvious that it was a catch. Long throw, that one put up for grabs by Ewers, and the loss to Oklahoma. He completed 19 straight at one point, which is the single game Texas record.
Is so quick and active is Nick Martin.
Just immediately, as soon as that ball is handed off, he shoots into the backfield.
And Oklahoma State get a stop for the first time today. They rush 4. Ewers has a man wide open again. Adonai Mitchell. He tripped up. Another huge play for the Horns. 63 yards.
And this was an incredible route and so well timed by Quinn Ewers. He threw the ball initially as A.D. Mitchell was bending on the out, and then the Horns.
Their 8th already of 12 yards or more. Whittington, 09. The last time they won the Big 12. And on to play for the national championship. Hoping it's the same script this year. Baxter fought his way into the end zone. Colin Oliver couldn't get him down.
And just a great block here. Watch number 78, Kelvin Banks. He initiates contact with number 1 Benson and just buries him. Celebrates after the fact as well. Well earned, too. That was a big collision that sprung Baxter for the touchdown. Just an excellent drive from the Longhorns in just 3 minutes and 7 plays.
An extra point good by Auburn.
Quinn Ewers and his maturity is on display on one play. Ball is out right now. Ball is released from his hand, and A.D. Mitchell has yet to even uncover at this point. That's anticipation, that's growth, that's maturity, and it was on display on the big play a moment ago.
Kickoff brought back by Brennan Presley, a team leader, got deeper in his faith, and he has been a much better player this season. A huge reason why.
Receivers to make plays for him, and the results have been staggering.
Gordon, a hard-earned 2 yards. Byron Murphy there for the Texas defense. Per carry. Bowman dumps it off for Gordon, and he can't catch it with one hand.
Barrett Sorrell doesn't get nearly the credit he deserves. Doesn't have crazy sack numbers, doesn't have crazy production as far as tackles. I think he's the unsung hero there on the front. He continues to provide a consistent presence there on the end of the line of scrimmage and made his presence felt there against both.
Hudson Cock has handled all of the punting so far today. Tumbling punt. Worthy lets it go. It takes a good bounce for Oklahoma State, whose comebacks, they had 4 of them late, weren't against teams the caliber of Texas. New. The Cyclones wound up having a solid year. Ewers, nifty as he avoided the rush
Here, so a pivotal down for the Pokes.
They rush 4, and it's a completion for a first down.
And this is a void in the zone defensively. Gunnar Helm just sits right over the middle, a little scat right 66. It's just a curl route. It's called an over the ball. Perfectly thrown and executed for the conversion.
Ewers, another open receiver. It's Whittington to the Oklahoma State 44.
Holding, number 70, offense. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
47th career start.
And he's engaged on the end of the line of scrimmage with Oliver, who's got great quickness. Beats him initially around the edge. You see the right arm there of Jones up around the shoulder pad and helmet neck area.
Takes down another big gainer. There's still over 300 yards of offense for the game. Tight end screen to Sanders. Whoa. Ending play, a strip in the second overtime, and fumble recovery.
Nicholas Martin just kind of loses track of Sanders, who they hit on the screen. And you're right, Sean. If Rucker doesn't make that tackle, Sanders could take it to the house.
Blue in trouble and swung down for a loss. 3. Haven't even had that many third downs. They brought a blitz, and it's an interception. Nick Martin slowed by Ewers and tackled by Xavier Worthy.
And Nick Martin's eyes are in the backfield the entire way. They try to hit the shallow cross underneath. Martin steps in front. Ewers just never sees him. I mean, he throws it right to him. And the athletic linebacker, 210 pounds, shows off the speed as he's taking it back. Nearly takes it to the house, and the touchdown-saving tackle there for the Texas offense. And you see a little scope there on the football.
Well, what a turn this might be. Gordon. They'll shift 3 players, including Gordon, wide to the right. Design run for Bowman, it seemed, and they weren't full.
Prior to the snap, not all of the offense was set. This is a false start. Number 80, offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, second down.
Penalty. 3rd and goal from the 1 would have been an option as well. Pressure on Bowman. Throws to the end zone for a touchdown.
And there was a lot of pressure right up the middle. Bowman had to retreat just ever so slightly. It looked like Murphy was putting the center Michalski on.
Here's Logan Ward, who has not attempted a PAT or field goal as a Cowboy prior to championship games later on. A little less comfortable than they were moments ago after Ewers threw the interception, and Oklahoma State capitalized to get back within 2 touchdowns. If you're a sports fan, including this championship Saturday in college football. After the fake, Ewers not on the same page with Adonai Mitchell. They scored on their first 4 possessions, but then the interception. First time he said it would be my dream come true. Extra rushers for Oklahoma State. They don't impact the throw. Whittington, a senior, actually participated in senior day each of the last 2 seasons. Here down the hall watching film as well. Tremendous student. Whittington got away from Kendall Daniel for Texas.
And that's such a difficult matchup for Daniels. Whittington, look at the route inside. I mean, steps way inside, fakes like he's going to run a slant or a post, breaks it to the outside. The ball is well timed by Ewers, and another big gain for the Longhorn.
306 yards passing in the half for Ewers. 3 touchdowns and still 3.5 to go, and that one in high school. A screen. Another tight end screen to Sanders. Another successful tight end screen.
And a great job, too, by the left tackle, Kelvin Banks. He gets just enough of Trey Rucker to spring Sanders up into the open field, and he's so good after the catch. I mean, for a guy that's that big.
6'4", 243, a junior from Denton, Texas, here in North Texas. Now it's Worthy's turn down the sideline, and he tried to run over Cameron Epps at the pylon. One of the officials is marking it out at the 8-yard line.
Oh, man. What a collision there.
I mean, they list Worthy as we look to see if he went out of bounds. Yeah, it looked like he did right there. They list him at 172 pounds.
But that right foot was out of bounds there, though, as he was turning the corner.
2nd down and 4. Ewers wide open was Worthy, and the throw was just off target on the run.
Right option here. A.D. Mitchell on the outside. His responsibility is to create a little bit of a pick with the defenders. He does so beautifully, and Worthy is wide open.
Okay, the Longhorns. Ewers into the flat. Blue has the touchdown. 4 touchdown passes and a half of a Big 12 championship game.
And this is such a difficult ask for Nicholas Martin. He's so speedy, but he's inside leverage. Blue runs right into the flat.
Blues touchdown reception is his first receiving score of his career. Sophomore from Houston. For superior education. Getting your money's worth. Did you coach up these deserving students?
I did not.
Brennan Presley corralled at the 15-yard line. Might still be flying through the air.
Face mask, kicking team. It's a 15-yard penalty added to the end of the return. 1st down.
Bowman after the fake to Gordon throws, and a nice catch, and they'll get quickly to the ball. Bowman and a nice catch on the near side. Private Christian school in Newburgh, Oregon, Division III. And the ball comes out. The question was it a catch for Johnson? Burke recovered. Was it a catch first?
And it does look there like Johnson does secure it. Firm control at that point into the belly, and then it pops out. This absolutely appears like it's going to be a fumble, and
the officials are talking about it.
The field is a completed catch and a fumble recovered by Texas. 1st down.
Might have stood as well. Such a close call. The call does stand. C.J. Baxter banged down after a gain of 1, but Ewers incomplete. Took the program to a whole nother level with what he's done. Here's another screen to the left. This time it's Baxter down the sideline. Sanders down the sideline. 1st down. This season, Oklahoma State, 12-yard gain.
And so many people have instituted that Bush push, the tush push, whatever you want to call it. And now all those defensive linemen are up right near the center anticipating quarterback sneak, and the changeup now has been to hand the end around. It's been very successful throughout the course of this season, and Texas finds another big gain.
They came in at their opponents converting 17% of the time on 4th down, best in the country. Keelan Robinson took 3 Cowboys to get him on the ground. Ewers throws it away, and Ewers out of the gun on 3rd down and 5. Short set, and it's through the hands of Blue on the near sideline. So the field goal team will come out, or will it? They started out, and now they're being summoned back.
Try with the timeout in your pocket, at least try. See if you can't get Oklahoma State to jump off sides. I go with the hard count here, and maybe you can pick it up with the offsides.
And Oklahoma State very late running a player onto the field. And now the play clock is running out, and it expires, and there's a penalty. And I want to bring in Matt Austin because he had the foresight to talk to us about this before the game.
Delay game, number 3, offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, 4th down.
Matt, can you tell us what you said before the game?
Coach Gundy is a master at the defensive substitution. When the offense substitutes late, he pushes the rule right to the edge of getting his substitute in early enough and then having the replaced player leave at just the right pace. This could just as easily have been a delay game on the defense for them not reacting promptly enough.
Happen. So here is Bert Auburn, who's made 19 in a row, the school and conference record, and that streak is over.
Looked like a good snap, good hold, perfectly placed, and Auburn just hooks it a little bit to the left. Bringing to the end one of the great streaks in the sport by a kicker.
Let's see how the Cowboys play it with all 3 of their timeouts left. They're going to try to throw it. Bowman was looking deep, checked it down to Ollie Gordon. Stopped by Hill. Bowman facing a blitz. Took the outlet, and Gordon goes out of bounds. Alex Hale's long is 53. Bowman retreating and chewing up a lot of time.
Let's hand it to Ollie Gordon, see what he might do with it, but they'll have to just take the knee and conservatively take halftime.
49 combined points, the most in a half in Big 12 title game history. Texas had 422 yards of offense. Here's Molly.
Coach, you failed to convert on 4th and 5 and then missed that field goal. What are your thoughts on that sequence?
Total coach's error. That's all on me. I screwed that up.
All right, well, Quinn.
Easy answer. Better than last week for you.
Thank you, Coach. And Quinn Ewers with over 350 yards passing. What have you seen from your quarterback in the first half?
Well, I think we've given him good protection, and he's seeing the field pretty well, and guys are making plays for him down the field.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Molly.
Sean.
Steve Sarkisian, a very well-liked man in college football. I think you just got a glimpse of why. His team leads 35-14. We'll send you to the studio for the Capital One halftime report after this message and a word from our ABC stations. They'll receive Logan Ward's opening kickoff to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback.
From Quinn Ewers, it's been pretty solid.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block, number 2 of the return team. The penalty's half the distance to the goal, 1st down.
Probably looking at whether or not
for targeting.
This would be a
That's
targeting.
what they're looking at. That's understandable. Derek Williams, the penalized player.
Potentially significant too, because Williams is their best cover safety. In the event in which he is tossed for targeting, he would be forced to miss the first half of the Longhorns' next game, which could very well be a playoff game.
After review, there's a foul for targeting against number 2 of the kicking team. Sorry, of the return team.
Nope.
That half the distance penalty will be enforced. Number 2 is disqualified for the remainder of the game.
So Williams, who does factor in the secondary rotation, not just a special teams player. Jeff Robertson victimized by that. Led by Ewers, who's on the verge of making history in the Big 12 championship game. Handed it off to C.J. Baxter. That's only 30 yards away from the most passing yards in a Big 12 title game. Sam Bradford of Oklahoma, 384 against Missouri in 2008.
But every other throw hit those receivers in stride.
4-man rush after Ewers. Worthy. Texas was 5 out of 8 on 3rd down in the first half. Baxter got enough for a new set of downs. And the crowd eerily silent to begin this second half. A lot of them still enjoying one of the biggest games in recent history for Texas. 10th year of the college football playoff. They've never been in it. Right, because of one loss, conference champion Texas with a win at Alabama certainly has a better resume than Ohio State. He has some nice wins. There's a flag.
False start, number 4, offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
The second to last rankings has ever made it in. That's where Texas was. But there's certainly a path to make that history. Nice catch by Blue. One-handed snag of a ball behind him. They trapped it on his hip.
Stepped up in the pocket, brought the defender up to him. That was Benson. Blue runs right around Benson, delivers it, and a great catch by Blue.
Now Worthy, and a good tackle at the 41.
Alabama to beat Georgia, Louisville, Florida State.
3rd down and 8. Ewers pressure immediately and sacked.
And Latu does a great job running around the right guard, DJ Campbell. Campbell sets terribly, opens his shoulders, which allows Latu to run right around him. Ewers sees it, tries to escape.
Now with the 49ers. Big sack, his 3rd of the year. Here's Ryan Sanborn punting for the first time. Stanford transfer. Fielded on a hop by Brennan Presley. And sent out of bounds at the 23.
Places them at the very least in the 4 spot, possibly the 3 spot if other chaos occurs.
Alan Bowman comes out swinging. A nice run after the catch by Brennan Presley. Here's Molly McGrath.
Sean, you saw Cowboys lead running back Ollie Gordon walk off gingerly. He ran back and forth on the sideline, told athletic training staff, "It's not my ankle, it's the front of my shin." He stretched, went into medical tent, came back out. Looks like he's going to try to go, guys.
In games in the last 9 since he became the featured back. Presley again.
Played by Texas defensive backs, especially over the number 2 and 3 in the slot. Presley, there's nobody challenging that, and he's got Owens out in front, excuse me, to be able to secure the edge.
And Bowman on a high snap.
Joe Mahalski, the center, that one's high and hot. I've had several that have been off the mark this year. He's
5th year. They go to the pistol. And it's by Lahi when they really need a first down. Texas, they did not. Hudson Cock. Xavier Worthy, the fair catch. 1 and 2 in the country this year in field goals made. 28 and 26 respectively. Neither's kicked one today. Auburn missed one. And 19 straight field goals made. Ewers up to 388. That is his career high. His previous was 369 yards last year against Washington. It's also the Big 12 championship game record. Broke the mark that we showed you a moment ago, set by Sam Bradford. Jaden Blue has the first down.
They're just going to methodically continue to move and take only necessary risks at this point.
Wally Gordon went to the Cowboys locker room. He has run back onto the field. Seemed to be moving well. Adonai Mitchell dropped for a loss by Cam Smith. But the clock is running, and whistle stop it.
Snap, not all 11 players are set. False start, number 0, offense. 5-yard penalty, so 2nd down.
Much better on defense.
And this has been the goal since way before the season started. Win the Big 12 championship in the last year in the conference. Beautiful throw by Ewers. A nice hands catch by Mitchell.
And a great route by Adonai Mitchell, and well timed by Ewers. Started his eyes to the right, works it back to the left. He's out the gate.
Give them the lead to stay. Caught a touchdown pass for Georgia last year in both of their games in the college football playoff. Robinson inbounds. And he did all the way to the end zone. 57 yards for Keelan Robinson. And the first score for either team here in the third quarter.
And really well done by the center, number 65. That's Jake Majors. He pulls around, secures the linebacker, and Robinson creases it right behind. Almost tight ropes the sideline, but couldn't do it. Explosive run nonetheless. Ooh, right there. It didn't look at that point like he stepped out. Just an incredible run.
Now third without Jonathan Brooks. He's involved in the return game. The sophomore from Austin will kick off. Presley. Aflac trivia question. So that'll be coming next. Set your DVR. Bowman to Presley. Got hit hard. The ball came out. For now, it looks like a catch and a fumble, and now they're waving it off. Is in that secondary.
Good solid hit there from Thompson, too. Turns his head to the side, initiates contact with the shoulder. It's a good form tackle.
Missed sometime this year with an injury. Here's the screen. Ollie Gordon. Good call, well executed. 2.8 per carry, came in averaging 6.5 per carry. 132 a game. Bowman, nobody there in black. Resident of Fansville. Alan Bowman retreating and throwing it away. Years ago. They did win it in 2011 when they had a huge season, went 12-1. Back when they didn't have a conference playoff game. Another screen, and it's batted away. They tried to go back to Gordon on the screen. Maurice Blackwell said, no way.
And a great job by Blackwell. He's blitzing off the edge. He sees it immediately, reads out of the pressure, sits on Gordon, and breaks up the play.
Has to be a thrill for him. He's right here in his hometown, Arlington, Texas, Martin High School. Who's a right-footed kicker. And Mike Gundy's an interesting guy, a little quirky. Isn't that surprising? He'd have a left-footed punt off. It all starts at noon for Sunday NFL Countdown on ESPN and the app. And reminder, 88% if the Noles lose. A lot of Longhorn, all Longhorn Nation cheering for Louisville tonight in Charlotte. Alabama wins later this afternoon against Georgia. Here's Ewers taking off running. He'd be smart to get out of bounds. Doesn't want to. Games with a shoulder injury.
He kind of reached out for a moment with his right arm, and then he brought it back in wisely.
I know he's a great competitor, but you got to make sure you protect yourself at this situation, don't you?
Yeah, and he's going to take a minute too. I mean,
boy, they're not taking him into the tent, so apparently they don't think it's any big deal. Murphy is the quarterback, and Baxter stacked up. Malik's a redshirt freshman from Inglewood. Crowd cheers as Quinn Ewers trots back on. It actually doesn't need to snap it.
Coach, what can you tell us about Quinn Ewers' injury and status for the rest of this game?
He's fine. He just got the wind knocked out of him. He's back in now.
You told us you wanted to showcase a complete team. How do you do that in the fourth quarter?
Well, we just want to finish. We want to keep playing good football. I think, really they had one drive, and that came off of a pass interference. We gave them a short field on the turnover. Our defense has been playing good. Obviously, we've been creating explosive plays offensively, and then we just got to be sound on special teams.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks, Molly.
Well, the goal is to show off a well-rounded, talented team in all facets of the game, and they're doing that again today in a career. We talk about talent everywhere. He's about as talented as there is. There's Brock Bowers, and then Sanders will be right there in the conversation. Love my mom, but haven't made that decision yet. But I would bet it's likely. Mom usually knows.
A great offensive line. I mean, they are deadly at all positions offensively.
Third down and 11. They rush 5 in the end. It's a crosser for Worthy, and he didn't get to the 50-yard line. Nice play by Cale Smith, redshirt sophomore from Oklahoma City. And now Worthy's downs. When we visited during the week, he was fine. It looked like an awkward stick of his left leg into the ground.
Weighed on it en route to the locker room. Texas fans will hold their breath with the news on that injury.
They go for it on 4th and 1. And why not Sanders? His 8th catch. 93 career catches. Here's Baxter. Rumbling up the middle. Left tackle Kelvin Banks, one of the best in the country, even as a sophomore.
They are really solid and will be a tough matchup for everyone.
Ewers throws it away.
Xavier Worthy, too, accounts for nearly 28% of the target share, so he is by far and away their #1 guy.
Ewers on 3rd down and 7. Over the middle. Here's Adonai Mitchell. Keelan Robinson, the running back, went in motion. Ewers looked toward him, throws to the end zone instead for Sanders. 2nd and 10. They can get another first down at the 1. Won't catch him. Touchdown, Texas. He had 1 rushing touchdown all season. Entering today, he's had 2 in the second half today.
And just a great job by the offensive line. The left tackle, Banks, and the double team between Hayden Conner, the left guard, and Jake Majors, the center, being able to grab.
Burt Auburn helped lead his team to victory in a dream performance. 2 yards. Brennan Presley will try to bring it back. And he's tripped up. Alan Bowman still the quarterback. And Ollie Gordon the ball carrier. Cliff Kingsbury fired at the end of that year. They changed their style of offense with the new coach, Matt Wells. He's on target to Presley. Michigan. Obviously totally different offense than the air raid that he went to play for. They said it was a great experience. Learned how to play under center, pro-style offense. Learned a lot from Jim Harbaugh. Was the backup there, got into
style experience to go along with the air raid principles as well.
He throws to an open receiver, Rashad Owens. Dodging tacklers and finally pulled down at the 35-yard line of Texas.
And this was a nice throw from Bowman. Well, cover 2, corner stays in the flat. He works right in behind him, gets the ball up and down before the safety can recover.
10 out of 33 for 215 yards. The fake to Gordon. The ball's popped out again. Braden Cassidy had it, and it's ruled incomplete. Another big hit by Jaron Thompson. He's had a couple here in the second half. And that one knocked it away from Cassidy.
Yeah, big collision from Thompson.
Rolling on the field is an incomplete pass. 2nd down.
It's a good call as the ball was moving throughout the course of him trying to reel that in, and a big shot delivered by Thompson.
In his 61st game as an Oklahoma State Cowboy, where his dad once coached. Here's Presley. Another solid hit. Gordon still on 34 yards. They've had to go largely to an air attack here. They faked it to him out wide, and is not a goal. And again, does the committee, when evaluating teams, consider if he can't play? It's for Presley. Caught it. And he's taken down at the 3-yard line. Oklahoma State, that's a 25-yard gainer.
And a great job off the motion, a little out and up from Presley. He times it perfectly. It's well thrown. He gets inside of Barron, who's in coverage. And
for 93 for Presley. What a terrific career he's had at Oklahoma State. Ollie Gordon.
A leading rusher in the country. Just no room all afternoon.
Bowman to the end zone, caught. Rashad Owens, the touchdown.
Job here working through some traffic by Owens. Just a negotiated defender goes behind him. Anthony Hill loses sight. Bowman sees it all the way, drifts back, buys a little time, throws an accurate pass for the touchdown.
That's Paul, the holder. Zeke Zaragoza, the snapper. And it's right.
I think so, but if Booger McFarland was rushing me, I'd have all the time in the world to be able to locate him downfield.
Excellent response. It took about
For getting to a position where they would leave out an undefeated Power 5 champ.
Malik Murphy is the quarterback. Savion Red gets his first carry. Advantages of these schools where they have abundant resources. I mean, you can have a guy with the track record of Paul Christ, did a phenomenal job at Wisconsin. And he's not even one of your 10 full-time. I was very surprised when he got let go at Wisconsin. And if some school was smart, they'd hire him to be the head coach. His name came up at Oregon State where he spent time. The redshirt freshman at quarterback. 6'5", 238. Savion Red. It resulted in an inaccurate accounting of a double tiebreaker. Here's Jonte Cook.
I'm going to drink 15 Dr. Peppers like Forrest Gump.
Well, you do anyway.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Breakfast of champions. These bench players to be able to say they played in the Big 12 championship and in the first Texas Conference title victory since 2009. Yeah, a lot of the Texas fans coming to their feet for Arch Manning. True freshman from New Orleans. One of the most highly recruited players in the country, ranked number 5. 6'4", 212. Peyton and Eli, grandson of Archie, pretty good genes. It's a pretty good chance coming out of the womb. He had a chance to be a great quarterback. Red, the ball carrier. Texas is a minute away from its first 12-1 start to a season since 2009, the last time they won the conference title. And they played for the national championship that year. They came into this conference by winning the championship in 1996. Quinn Ewers, living a dream, leads them out of the conference with a championship. And it's Jonathan Brooks who put enough of his uniform on just to be on the field for the championship game. What a smart and classy gesture by Steve Sarkisian for the great running back. So Texas wins the 4th Big 12 championship in their 28 years in the conference. Mike Gundy hoping to send them off with a loss as Oklahoma State will remain in the Big 12. Oklahoma with a loss in the last bedlam, at least for a while. Here's Molly.
Coach, Texas wins their first Big 12 championship since 2009. Why could this year's team get it done?
Well, I think it's a commitment and tribute to the players. You know, they went for this thing since the summer. They were on a mission to win a Big 12 championship, and they acted like it every day. And I'm just thankful for these guys in this group because the leaders on this team did a tremendous job helping our younger players. Really, really proud and just so happy for this group. They've been through a lot in their time here, so to win a championship is huge.
Speaking of leaders, your quarterback, Quinn Ewers, broke Big 12 title game passing records today. How has his evolution led to your team's success?
Best game he's played. You know, he played really well. I thought the guys around him made a lot of plays for him too, and that's what this team has. We got a lot of playmakers, you know, at the wide receiver, tight end, and running back spot, and I thought our offensive line played a nice game as well.
Coach, we know that the playoff committee is watching this game. What did your team show them today?
Well, in my opinion, we can play with anybody in the country. You know, we're a very versatile team. We play good defense, we play good offense, play really good on special teams, and so at the end of the day, we'd love the opportunity. We'll see what happens.
And what can you tell us about your wide receiver, Xavier Worthy's injury and his status moving forward?
Yeah, he's okay. X-rays were negative, so he'll be okay.
All right, thank you, Coach.
Thanks,
I appreciate you. And as we bring over Quinn Ewers, Quinn.
Hey, way to go, man! Let's go, baby.
The best game of your Texas career, and it was on the biggest stage. How were you able to get that done today?
Yeah, I mean, we stayed true to who we were, stayed enamored with who we were, and you know, God paved the plan for us, paved the way for us, and we stayed steadfast through everything we did and continue to follow Him, and you know, he blessed us today. It couldn't be more fired up for this team, all these coaches, everything we've gone through the offseason to where we are now. I'm just so proud of how we came out and, you know, played, and like you said, the biggest stage.
You told us that to win a Big 12 championship for Texas for the first time since 2009 would be a dream come true. What does this moment mean to you?
You said it, it's a dream come true. You know, I grew up, I wanted to be a Texas Longhorn, and to come here and then for us to make a staple on, you know, this really storied program it's truly a blessing and an honor. Again, I'm just so proud of how these guys come to work every single day and just give it their all.
Why can this team contend in the college football playoff?
I mean, y'all saw it. This team's a really good second-half team that we just played, and we came out and we were a first-half and a second-half team. So it's going to be hard for those guys to make a decision on whether we should be in or not, but I think today we really proved the point that, you know, in championship games, we play at a very, very high level.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Guys.
Well, they did their part. They're a one-loss conference champion with a win over Alabama at Alabama on its resume at the start of the year. If somehow they don't get in, it's still possible they won't. They'll probably be the best team that hasn't gotten in, most deserving team in the 10-year history of this. Put themselves in a situation where they have a better resume than Ohio State.
Yes.
So if it could be as simple as if Florida State loses tonight, Texas is in.
Yeah, it's as simple as that. That guarantees them a spot. And then in the event in which Bama beats Georgia, Texas has the benefit of it. Will the SEC be left out of the playoff? I think that's the question that we're all wondering. I'll tell you this, that right there is one of the 4 best teams in America. Now, whether or not they make the playoff is to be determined, but that team, they can beat anybody. And I can assure you, whatever other 3 coaches are coaching playoff teams this year, they don't want to see the Texas Longhorns in one of those 4 spots that he had to negotiate around. Of course, probably the highlight of the day, finding their 362-pound defensive tackle, T'Vondre Sweat. But
I think that's what happens next week. If Worthy can't go, or I should say in a month, if they make the playoff, you just line up Sweat out there. Wide
Sweat
receiver.
and see. There you go. No problem.
Another thing that impressed me all day about Ewers, you know, he has a great feel for where pressure is. He has great footwork. You're about 20 pounds lighter, more athletic than a year ago. Got himself in much better shape. You know, that ability just to know where to go, a step or two to get free and throw the ball to the right person. Far and away the championship game record in passing yards. He wound up tied. You thought he'd set it all by himself with the 4 touchdown passes, since all 4 of them were in the first half, but he didn't throw one in the second half when they played it a little bit more close to the vest. And a championship game record, 662 total yards for the Horns. A team effort indeed. Time for the trophy. Here's Molly.
On behalf of the Big 12 Conference, we'd like to thank the fans for coming out to support this year's 2023 Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship. Congratulations to both of the teams, but most importantly, congratulations to the Texas Longhorns, winning the Big 12 Championship for the first time since 2009. All right, we're going to hand out some hardware. I'm joined by WWE superstar The Undertaker to present the Big 12 WWE Championship belt to the Big 12 Football Championship Most Outstanding Player from Texas. Who else but Quinn Ewers? Quinn, where are you going to put that thing?
Man, I have no idea. I'll figure that out later. I'm going to celebrate with these guys. I'm so proud of the way these guys come to work every single day, man. We want this more than anybody.
Over 450 yards passing for you today. What can this offense and this team as a whole accomplish looking forward to the postseason?
Yeah, the way we come to work every single day, you know, my job is really just to get the ball to the playmakers and let them do the rest. And I think we showed how we play in championship games. So I know it's going to be hard for that committee to choose against us.
All right, and now for the championship trophy, joining me is Big 12 Commissioner Brett Yormark.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank Dr. Pepper, AT&T Stadium, and our great fans that set an all-time attendance record for this game. I need to thank Oklahoma State and Coach Gundy on a great season. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. First of all, an incredible season by the Texas Longhorns. You guys, with today's dominating performance, deserve a ticket to the CFP for sure, okay? It's an honor to give Coach Carcesian and the Texas Longhorns the Dr. Pepper Big 12 Championship Trophy. Well done.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2023 Dr. Pepper Big 12 champions, the Texas Longhorns. Coach, I have to ask you, your fans out here are loud and they are proud. What does this support mean to your team?
Our fans have been tremendous from the day we got here, and they've been starving for a Big 12 championship just like we have. Can't thank them enough. Hook 'em horns, baby!
Coach, the confetti is flying. Why could this team make the confetti fall in a national championship and in the college football playoff?
Well, I think we're a really deep football team. We're very versatile. We can play offense, defense, and special teams. They've got work ethic, they've got drive, they've got commitment. And the thing we've been talking about since the summer is being champions. And today we're wearing hats, says champions on the front, man. We couldn't be more proud.
All right, congratulations, Coach, and congratulations to the Texas Longhorns, your 2023 Big 12 champions.
And for those who don't know, just to explain the vociferous reaction from the Texas fans to Brett Yormark. Before the season began, Texas was going into their final year in the conference. Commissioner Yormark spoke at a luncheon in Lubbock for Texas Tech folks and said, you know, make sure you take care of business when you play Texas this year. And of course, playing to the crowd in Lubbock. Well, last week, when Texas was beating Texas Tech by 50, and the outcome was no longer in doubt, on the video board at Darrell K. Royal Memorial Stadium, they played the clip of Yormark speaking of the luncheon and encouraging Texas Tech to victory. We spoke with Brett Yormark before the game. He said he totally understands. He wishes Texas well. And the bottom line is, this victory is good for his conference, because if they get into the college football playoff, there's a payout of millions of dollars to Texas for making the CFP, and that gets split among the Big 12.
Yeah.